everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and today we're going to talk about Google Stadia as it's related to Dead by Daylight. So the other day, I saw this announcement here on September 29th that Google is officially shutting down its failed Stadia game service. So if you don't know what Stadia is, it's basically cloud gaming. So it would allow you to play games without the need to own a console or a computer. You could play games just through your internet signal through Google's Stadia service. I've played Dead by Daylight on it. It worked fine for me. I didn't really have that much lag. I thought it did well, but there were a lot of complaints. A lot of people just never bought into this service. And after 2 years of plugging away with this, it seems that Google has just decided to abandon it. So there are people who, as I said, are playing Dead by Daylight on here, and I thought, wow, this is going to be interesting. What happens with this? And then this person who posted this says Google is going to refund all hardware and software purchased since launch if you bought the controller and dongle and everything like that, the package or software. And so then I had someone reach out to me and said, I'm one of the few who played Dead by Daylight on Stadia before progressing to PC. Am I going to lose my cosmetics from Rift Store events when Stadia shuts down? I currently play on Steam, but the majority of my progress is from Stadia. Now, this isn't happening until January, so we have time to get this issue sorted. Google is not shutting down Stadia until January, so there's time to get your progress transferred over. So, I brought this up to the devs at Dead by Daylight to make sure they were aware that this was on their radar. It was probably on their radar already, but I wanted to, fight for the community and let people know on Dead by Daylight, this is happening, so you need a game plan for this. And then the next day, Dead by Daylight put out this here. Attention Stadia players, Stadia will be closing down on January 18th, 2023, and we plan to support Stadia users and continue to offer updates until the service has winded down. And they put up this forums post in reference to this issue and how it's all going to work. So this is part of the Dead by Daylight official forums and news about the Stadia closure. Hello, Dead by Daylight Stadia players. Following Stadia's announcement that services will be closing on January 18th, 2023, we wanted to reassure players that we will plan to support Stadia users and continue to offer updates until the service has winded down. Read more here. Message on the Stadia sunset. So that's a link to Google's message that they're shutting down Stadia, I imagine. In the meantime, Stadia players will no longer be able to make any new Oryx cells or DLC purchases, but fret not, those who have existing Oryx cells can still spend them in-game. Moving forward, we highly encourage players to link their DBD account with their Behaviour account as soon as possible, and you can do so here, account.behaviour.com. While cross-progression merging is currently disabled due to a bug, the team is prioritizing a fix and working hard to get it out before Stadia closes. We'll keep everyone updated as we have more information. Note, using cross-progression merging does not transfer over Oryx cells, but it does carry over all other currency, such as iridescent shards, all purchased content, which would be those cosmetics that people were worried about getting, as well as progression. We highly suggest spending all purchased Oryx cells before Stadia's closure. If you have any more questions, please feel free to read more at our FAQ, which will be updated with more information as we have it. Okay, let's check that out. I don't think there's anything new here. This is just probably a repeat of everything that's in the forums post. January 18th. Okay, after January 18th, you'll no longer be able to play on your Stadia account. You can't buy any more Oryx cells, but you can continue to use the ones you have or use your iridescent shards to purchase non-licensed characters and other in-game items, and as usual, until Stadia closes. What will happen to my progression once Stadia closes down? Once Stadia closes, you'll no longer have access to your progress unless it is linked to your Behaviour account. This is very important. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. You'll also be unable to play on Stadia after the shutdown. How can I carry over my progress? To continue playing your account after January 18th, you will need to link your Stadia to your Behaviour account here. Currently, merging accounts is disabled to a bug, but developers... Okay, we read all this part here before. That said, simply linking your Stadia account to your Behaviour account will ensure that the team has all the information needed to take next steps with the transition to Stadia winding down. All purchased content and progression should carry over into merged accounts through this process once merging is available. You can learn more about cross progression and merging here. Okay, so couple of things. If you are somebody who has been playing on Stadia, we need to come up with a plan B. Right now, cross progress only exists between Stadia, Steam, and Epic. Only PC accounts. No consoles have cross progression. That's a whole other kettle of fish to talk about with that. That has to do with agreements between the different console makers not coming together and allowing cross progress. That's a console to console issue, not agreeing. It isn't a Behaviour issue. Behaviour has not been able to get all the console makers on the same page on this one. As much as I would love for everyone to be able to have cross progress between all of the systems that Dead by Daylight is available on, just not possible. Right now, it only works between the 3 PC gaming platforms of Stadia, Steam, and Epic. So, what you have to do if you're one of these people who is on Stadia is you have to go over and get a Behaviour account at that website, account.behaviour.com, and you need to link your Stadia on here. So this will like park your Stadia progress in this account here. I think this was actually the reason that I first got the Behaviour account was when it came out on Stadia. I wanted to transfer all my progress from Steam over to Stadia so that I would have that available to me. So I did that like almost 2 years ago now. That was when they first launched DBD on Stadia. So I linked my Stadia account here. You can do this now. You should do this now if you are on Stadia to just get this done and out of the way. Now, what you're going to need in the future is you're going to have to either get an account on Steam or you're going to have to get an account on Epic, because those are the only places that you can transfer your progress over to as of right now and probably the near and distant future. Right now, you cannot merge your progress. So even if you create this account, link your Stadia today, and then you go buy the game on Epic or buy the game on Steam, you can't transfer over the progress. They have the progress transfer disabled right now due to a bug. I do believe that this bug is loss of progress. I think they shut it down in spring, I want to say, something like that, 3-4 months ago, because people were still experiencing loss of progress. I myself experienced loss of progress 2 years ago when I linked my Stadia account. I wound up losing quite a bit of progress. Luckily for me, since I'm a streamer and I'm always have recordings of my characters, I was able to demonstrate how much progress I had lost. I had lost prestige levels on a couple of my killers that I had been prestiging. I think I got about 6 or 7 million blood points to help me get back what I lost. But I had to get help from support to do that. This is an ongoing issue. It was still happening to people. There were people who lost not only progress, but cosmetic purchases. So that's why they shut it down, because there was purchases and progress that was falling through the gaps. So they just shut off the valve that you couldn't cross progress from one platform to another. We're working on a fix for that, and we have until January for them to fix it. So rest assured, Stadia players, Dead by Daylight is aware that this is happening, and they do have plans in the works to make sure that you can migrate your account over to one of these other platforms, Steam or Epic. As I said, the console issue is a whole other topic. I really do wish that we had console cross progress too. I know there's a lot of people who would enjoy it. Hopefully one day that will happen. And yeah, so this is going to happen obviously before January, because it has to happen for people on Stadia to not lose their stuff. I have seen forum messages of people who have things that they cannot replace anymore, such as the Stranger Things content that they bought on Stadia, and they don't want to lose access to that. So they definitely need to be able to move over to either Epic or Steam. And the other good news is that I know there are people out there who have Steam accounts who have been waiting to move their stuff over to Epic, but they can't because they have disabled the migration right now. But so that's going to happen sooner, possibly sooner than it would have, to reinstate the progress migration. But for Stadia people right now, the most important thing is for you to create this account and link your account. Now remember, there isn't any danger of you losing any progress by linking this. The loss of progress issue, this bug that they describe, only happens when you move progress from one account over to the other. So you can't do that right now. So you're not going to lose any progress. You don't have to worry that you're going to lose progress by making the behavior account. So you should do this as soon as possible, so that you can get your account parked in here, and then when the time comes, then you'll be ready to move it over. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching. I know there's going to be, I can't wait to read the comments and see the people in there who are going to write. I'm sure that the 5 Stadia players are very happy that this is going to get solved for them. Oh, all right. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time that you spend here with me on my channel. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.